Yo, it's TampaMystic from Richmond, Virginia. I'm tapping in with industry's most wanted.
Excuse me, little mama, I ain't heard from you in a minute. Damn, should've never had to ask for your attention. Should've had you say your intentions from the beginning. Said you needed space, reluctant to give it, but I did it. Going against my own design. I fucking told you that. Know you're wrong, taste on red.
Hey, what's going on, man? It is your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live on the Industry's Most Wanted podcast. Big Industry's Most Wanted, not the little one. I heard we got Richmond checking in today.
Yeah.
TampaMystic, what's going on, family? How you doing?
Not much. I'm chilling. I'm doing great, honestly. Like, I'm glad to be here in Atlanta. So.
Man, it's a pleasure. Give me some love first and foremost.
Yeah.
Boom. Thank you for being here. Big Aunt J, not the little one. Introduce yourself.
Yo, my name is Aunt J. As she said, I'm from Richmond, Virginia, man. I just make dope music, man. That's really what I do at all times. I just want to make dope music. I just want to be creative at all times. So that's who I am. That's what I represent.
I love it. Definitely. Listen, we got a lot to talk about. We got to dive in because you wear multiple hats. You do many different things. You're not just a music artist. You do other stuff. But let's take it back just a little bit. It's important for people to understand your journey. You were born and raised in Richmond?
Yeah, born and raised.
Okay.
I ain't go nowhere else.
No, listen, I spent my whole entire life in the Tampa area until I was 38, 39 when I moved here. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. What was your childhood like out there?
I mean, it was good. I did sports my entire life. Like, so I was like literally year round. I went from basketball to baseball. Football to basketball to baseball. And that's just year round. Then I was in camps during the summer and then back around again. You know what I'm saying? And then just school and cartoons and you know what I'm saying? Like
normal kid stuff.
I really was like, when I say I was in the cut 24/7, just chilling. Like I was either in sports or I was like at the crib.
Yeah.
Like that was my whole life. And you know, when I wasn't in those things, maybe I'm outside or maybe I'm watching anime or something, you know, like
yeah.
like,
sounds like you were a great kid though.
Yeah,
you know?
I was chilling. Like I stayed out of trouble. I stayed out the way. Like
I love it. You sound a lot like my son. My son played sports from elementary till graduation. He stayed out the way and now he's a successful man just like you are, you know, out here doing your thing.
I appreciate that.
No, you're not trying, you're doing. What sport came first for you?
Football, I think, was the first sport that I played. I'm pretty sure it was football.
Yeah.
But I think it was really all around the same time. Like I think like as soon as I was old enough to play, I was in those sports. Like I tried like soccer and stuff like that, but I just wasn't coordinated enough for soccer. Like but I could catch, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, basically all of them came around the same time, I think.
Understood. Was it something that you wanted to get into, or was it something your parents wanted you to get into, or a little bit of both?
I think it's both.
Yeah.
Because my dad was a coach. My sisters played basketball. They played, they cheered and all that stuff. So I think it was just like I was around it 24/7. So it just became like, yeah, for sure I'm gonna do that. Like it's fun. Like
absolutely.
Yeah. Outside
of it being fun and, you know, keeping you in shape, what else positive did you get from playing sports? What did you take away from it?
That's a good question. I think there's a bit of discipline when you play sports. Like I don't think everyone like gets it, but like there's a bit of discipline that you have to have in order to play, and especially when you're playing year round. Like I said, I stayed out of trouble. It's not because necessarily I didn't want to be in trouble. It's just because I was doing something other than getting in trouble 24/7. Like my friends was outside getting in trouble, whereas I was inside or I was at sports 24/7. So it really just depends. I think that's what it is. It's really just discipline and like just something else to do other than get yourself in trouble 24/7.
Absolutely, and that will be something that you can utilize for the rest of your life is that discipline.
Yeah.
We need discipline to do everything.
For sure.
In what we eat, are we going to the gym? Are you creating new music? All that requires discipline in life. And then you probably learn, you know, punctuality, team player.
Yeah.
So many great things you can take away from playing sports.
For sure. Everything. Like it's literally everything. Like it's life, almost like a short life in every season that you play, because you have to learn those things, and if you don't, then you're gonna lose your job because you ain't showing up on time. Like
Facts.
I feel it, yeah.
After you graduated high school, did sports was that still a part of your life, or did it kind of end right there?
So I'll say at first, the first semester so I went to college. I went to Longwood University.
Okay.
My first 2 semesters, I was playing basketball every day. Like I was in the gym literally every day. Like I got out of class 6 hours in the gym, like until it closed.
Wow.
Like, but then, so I'm a member and brother of Alpha Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. Then when I became a brother, life kind of took a turn, kind of took a change because I had to focus on being a brother, being a president of my chapter, being, you know, wearing a lot of different hats. I was in many different clubs and stuff like that. So I wasn't playing as much as I wanted to. And then now that I've graduated from college and I'm back in life, I realized I can't sit at a desk all day. Like,
heck no.
I can't do that. My knees hurt. I gotta do something.
Bruh, who you telling? My everything hurts. That's what happens. You know, life be lifing.
My knees hurt. I gotta get outside. I gotta move because ain't no way. Like,
that's funny because I when I sit here, I fidget a lot because that's my knees and I be like doing this and like, you know, because they be hurting.
Yeah.
I get it. Trust me. Yeah. So desk job is definitely not for you.
No,
it's not for me either.
Not at all. I mean, I was working at Walmart for probably 6 years of my life.
Yeah.
And I became a manager at Walmart. And I was moving around 24/7. I was driving forklifts in the back, you know what I'm saying? Like, cool. Like, and then I got the desk job. I'm like, oh yeah, this is it right here. My knees hurt. I'm falling asleep. Like, so
people don't realize how much sitting behind a desk doing repetitive stuff takes a toll on your body. I spent years at a desk job, and now I've got like bulging disc in my neck. I've never sustained an injury, but the doctor said it's probably from just years of bad posture because we, lean over and stuff. Leaning. Exactly. So them desk jobs could be the death of us slick.
I got to get back in the gym, so I got back in. Like,
definitely. Going to the gym obviously, keeps us in shape, but is it also for like a form of therapy for you as well?
For sure. Yeah. For sure. I love it. Like when I'm in the gym, it's a quiet, you know what I'm saying? Even if I got the music blasting, it's a piece, you know what I'm saying, that you're doing it and some people don't like to be tense a little bit or like the strain of like doing workouts, but I'm like when I have that strain, I'm like I did something. Yes. You know what I'm saying? It's a sense of pride too. So yeah, I love it.
It's like a challenge. We are challenging ourselves to get in there. It comes with that discipline.
Yeah.
Being in the gym requires a lot of discipline. Yeah. Definitely. But yeah, for me too, same thing. I go in there and I zone out. I have my headphones on. It's almost like there's nobody else in there. Yeah. It's my gym for that moment. I be in there dancing a little bit, just having fun with it. Yeah. Having fun with that's important, definitely. So sports, do you watch sports now?
Nah, I didn't even really watch sports when I played sports.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't see nothing in it that I really wanted to like. I mean, like, yeah, I watch like Kobe or whoever, like, and I'll like try to like make that move happen, like, or put that move in my bag. You know what I'm saying? But like, nah, I didn't really like watching sports. It's like I'd rather be playing. Like,
understood. Kind of like it probably as an artist, a lot of artists say they don't really listen to many other artists because they're focusing on their own craft. So it's probably something similar with sports. Exactly. Absolutely. When did music, as far as creating it, come into play? Like when you started, writing and getting the studio?
Creating music didn't come to play until like high school. Okay. I started writing music in elementary school.
Got you.
I was writing to this girl that I was like, I like her. Let me write this song real quick. And I was writing poetry and stuff like that. Yeah. So what I was doing throughout like elementary school, I think it was like 5th or 4th grade, was just writing songs about, whatever was happening in life, specifically this girl. Like,
absolutely, I get it.
And then, middle school came around, I started writing more like story stuff like that. And I wanted to go into more like novelist and stuff like that. Then I realized I don't have the patience for that. So music came into what it was, and I could tell stories through my music instead of, through a full 300-page novel.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You can shorten it up. It's like short form content. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So does writing, as far as being an author, does that interest you at all?
Yeah. I mean, I still do eventually want to write a book. Yeah. Like,
what type?
Really anything, but I really like sci-fi. So like I'm a big like Star Wars fan, stuff like that. So
most men are.
Yeah. Like I love like Star Wars, Marvel, whatever. Like I love those types of stuff, but there's a specific, style I want to write in where it's like almost like realism. Yeah. So like Star Wars is very not real, right? Marvel is very not real, but I want to have like a bit of like realism to it, to where it's something that can happen in real life versus something that will never happen in real life,
Absolutely. Yeah. When you're writing stuff like that, say you're writing, poetry, or maybe you're writing for a potential novel versus writing music, is your mental kind of the same for all three, or are you in a different space depending on what you're writing?
I think I'm kind of in a different space. Yeah. So when I'm writing like a novel or like a short film or whatever, like, that's like meticulously planned out.
Yes.
Like I plan out every step of the way. It's like, okay, we're gonna hit this point, that point. My bad. This point, that point. Versus when I'm writing a song, even if I want to tell a story, I'll just let myself tell that story.
Yes.
However I want to tell it, is just go straight down and just keep writing until it's done, and then go back and re-edit if you need to. But no, I'd rather just get it all out, figure out what it is that I want to say that way. But when I'm writing a book, no, I gotta plan that whole thing. Ain't no way.
Can't freestyle a book.
Yeah, no, it's not happening.
Is writing also like a form of therapy for you to pour your emotions out?
Yeah. So I get into modes where, like, especially with music, if I release a song, right after that, I'm in marketing mode. I'm in analytical mode 24/7.
Yeah.
So, like, I can't write. I don't know why. It's just I'm in straight analytical mode and I just can't write. So then what I'll do is I'll go outside. I'll go into the city, of Richmond, or maybe I'll go on a trip somewhere else, and I'll just sit out and I'll grab my book and I'll just try to write whatever's on my mind. So yeah, like I love being in that analytical mind because I can do more. I feel more like progress happening, but like I'm a creative person and I have to be in that creative zone. So if I'm in that analytical mind for more than like a month, I feel like I'm just slowly like getting into the monotony of every day. You know what I'm saying? So
I think we all go through that. People who are creators go through those, because I was, in fact, just telling someone yesterday, I typically will make pretty quickly clips from the interviews, but I had kind of like stopped for a couple weeks because I was just out of my creative space. And I told an artist, I said, I apologize, but I've been out of my creative space for a little minute, but I'm fully back in. So I spent most of yesterday just making videos and clips. We all go through that. We all go through that. I think we just need to take a mental break from time to time and focus on something else.
And I think sometimes, like, in the age that we're in with like social media and stuff like that, you kind of get into the everyday of like, okay, I need to make a post that looks like that post, or, you know, because that's the one that goes with the algorithm or whatever. Like, so you just get into that same like mentality of doing the same thing over and over again. And like, I'm working a desk job as a video editor, so when I go home, I don't want to edit videos.
Exactly. Right. Understood 100%. Once you get home, you want to focus on, you.
Exactly.
Definitely. So you are putting pen to paper. I love that, man. That is fire. Not too many artists are doing that right now.
I can't even write in my iPhone notes. I can't write songs. I have to write on a piece of paper. And like, I have to get outside and write. I can't sit in the house, or like, it's hard for me to even sit in the studio sometimes and write. Like, I love being outside because that's where my whole life has been, is outside. On a field. So like, that's where I have to.
Absolutely. Being outside, I'm a nature junkie. I love being outside. I love hiking and stuff like that. To me, that brings us energy. Being in the sun, feeling it, feeling the sun, feeling the nice breeze, that just brings good energy to you. So that's a good place for you to write, for sure. Definitely. So I know with the writing, potentially, you said books. Do you think, being that you're a videographer and a photographer, he wears all the hats, you guys, do you feel like you would ever turn one of those into a film? Yeah,
so I've been wanting to do like a film. I've done like some like short form films, some micro films and stuff like that. But I wrote a film probably like 4 years ago now, that I haven't like put and made it actually happen or produced it yet. But I would love to make an actual film. I just don't know where to start half the time. And like, sometimes the hardest part is starting.
Yes,
so
100%.
Like, getting the people together. Like, I tried to make a short film and then like people just kind of fell through. Like, okay, whatever. Like, it just got hard, and then eventually it just crashed. I do want to do it again, but I want to focus on making the music happen right now, get my business, get my photography, photography portfolio and stuff like that up. That way, I don't want to be deniable. I want to make sure that if you see this portfolio, I'm undeniable. You can't tell me no. Like, you're going to say yes. Whatever price I give you, you're going to say yes, because this portfolio is that good. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm trying to get to. And then like, when I get to that place, now I can, you can woo-side, like, you let it go.
Facts.
Like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And going back to what you said, like, when you did attempt to do it before people start falling off, I deal with that a lot.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for 13 years, and I've attempted to have big teams of people. A lot of times it don't work because people don't see our vision the way we do. You know, you have to tap in with, like, I got Jay Fresh, and, you know, you got your team. It's like you got to find people that have the same vision as you. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Yeah. It's not going to work. Definitely. When it comes to photography, let's hone in on that for a moment, because to me, that it's a real skill. You know, to capture the angles, the lighting has to be right. Do you do all forms of photography, like portrait photography, outdoor photography, a little bit of everything?
No.
No. What types do you currently do?
I currently do more like studio photography. I do some portrait stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll do the outdoor stuff if someone asks me to, but most of the time that's like if like a friend asks me to. Like, I very rarely take a job where you tell me to shoot outside, because I'm not the best one for that.
Understood.
I'll like be like, hey, look, this person's probably better for you.
I love that.
Because that's not me. You know what I'm saying?
Understood.
And doing events or whatever, like my homegirl just told me, hey, can you do some photos for the baby shower? That's not me. Because I don't really capture things in motion. First off, I'm a videographer, so that's where I started at, was video, and then I got the photo. So like, taking pictures of motion doesn't sit right with me. I'll take a video of motion, sure.
Understood.
Taking a picture of it is very different, especially for a video camera. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I had a photography camera, then catching, 50 frames of motion is very easy.
Yes. It's not going to come out blurred.
Yeah. But with a video camera, it doesn't do that. You can get it. It's not like you can't, but, it's a little bit more difficult. But I do studio. I love to create a scene in a studio with lighting and stuff like that. That's that's where I want to be. If somebody was like, hey, I got this fashion shoot for you, you create an outside world inside the studio, I got you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think that's probably where your most phenomenal pictures for any photographer is going to come from, because you have a specific subject, your person. They're posing, so they're not in action moving, not catching weird faces from them when they're in the middle of talking or whatever. You can probably create some beautiful, beautiful content that way.
It's really fun. Like, it's like when I can control the lighting and like control what is hitting what, how I can, just shine a light just on your eye, straight down.
Man,
like that's different. You know
fire. I love it. Yeah. I love it. Do you have like a go-to studio in your city that you typically will do the shoots, or you bounce around a little bit?
I bounce around. Most of the time I'll go back to my old school and I'll do a shoot out there. Or I don't really have like too much I need, most of the time. For most photographers or most people that want it, they're not like, oh, I want to do this, that, and the third and give, 5 different lights. They don't really care about that. They want to just get something quick and easy.
Understood.
So it's like I can just grab my little C-stand and go with something easy real quick.
Right, because when you fully get into it, probably one of the lengthiest part of the process is getting the lighting and stuff together.
Exactly.
It's really an art form to that.
Is.
There's some people who hire just someone that does strictly lighting.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
If I could, I would.
Yeah.
I would be like, hey,
you get there.
Here's the vision. Can you make this happen? Because it takes me 2 hours to set this up.
100%. People don't understand that can be very, very time consuming to get it perfect, especially for them video shoots, which we're going to talk about. Yeah. How long have you been filming, and what all do you film besides maybe music videos?
So I've been filming basically since I got into college.
Okay.
I didn't really know what I wanted to do when I got into college. So I was like, I was doing like anthropology, which is just a study of culture. Yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm falling asleep. Got into computer science, said, oh, I'm falling asleep again. And I got into communications, and I was like, okay, this is cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can move around, I can grab the camera and figure out what I want to do. And since I was a writer, it was a perfect like segue, like, cause I'm writing film or whatever. All right, well, how can I make this live? You know what I'm saying? How can I bring this off the page? And that's what I did. So, in school, I can grab the camera and just take whatever I want to take. So I just, in school about 3-4 years ago is when I picked up the camera the first time.
So I think you nailed it. It's so key to find what actually makes us happy and we enjoy doing. Like you said, something that's not going to make us fall asleep or something we don't look forward to doing. You're like, oh man, I got to go do this, but I don't want to. You picking up the camera is a true passion for you.
Thanks.
True passion. When it does come to filming, what all do you do?
A little bit of everything for real. So I mean, I shoot. Again, I love being in the studio, so I have controlled lighting and stuff like that. But I would love to shoot a film and stuff like that. As I shoot like microfilms 24/7.
Okay.
Like, I'll be in my room just shooting whatever idea that I just came up with. So it's mainly just like, you know, a little short form film and then like some music videos, stuff like that. You know, people do like the on the mic jump where it's like the mic's hanging from the sky kind of thing. I shoot that for people because they ask, they're like, "Can you do this?" I'm like, "All right, sure, easy."
Listen, we're doing one today when we're done. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to keep up with the times.
Yeah.
That's what it boils down to. We have to keep up with the times when it comes to content because we're in a content era. Yeah. Get on board or get left behind.
Yeah, they like, "Can you shoot this?" I'm like, "Yeah, easy."
And those are easy to do. It's great content.
Yeah.
And, you know, I tell artists too, and I'm sure you're probably on game with this. If you do shoot an actual music video, we'll say it's 4 minutes long.
Yeah.
That's a lot of content. You could chop it up to 20 seconds.
Yeah.
You know, nobody is going to potentially watch the entire video on Instagram.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll go to YouTube and do it. Mm-hmm. So are you making a lot of short form content as well?
Yeah, so I've been trying to make a lot of short form content. I find that I don't like making content for myself because I find that I'm the one shooting the content for myself.
Right.
So just like how we talk about like putting up lights takes 2 hours, it's like, dang, why is this taking forever? Because now I got to go back and forth. Am I in focus? Yeah. You just gotta keep doing that 24/7. But I love shooting like some short form content. Just like, you know, I went out to the river, James River in Richmond, and like I shot, you know, a small little music video called "Selfish Lover." And you know, that was easy because all I had to do was set up the camera and it's just natural lighting.
Yes.
But like, yeah, I love shooting like some little short form content. Not for myself though. Not for myself. For other people, I shoot it all day.
All day.
For myself, it's just like, dang, I gotta walk back and forth, and then all of a sudden I'm outside of my zone because I've been setting up for 20 minutes.
Understood. Right. It could definitely take you out of your mode for a little bit because you've had to focus so much on this that now when you jump over to this, you're like, okay, I gotta get my mode back together. Understood. Definitely. To being that you do photography, videography, you're also a music artist. How does all that tie in together for you and balance you out?
Yeah, so just like how we said, you know, we're in the age of content creation right now. I think Schoolboy Q had just came out in an interview and was like, rappers aren't rappers anymore. They're content creators. Like,
facts.
It's like you really have to do everything now. And it's you know, it's a good thing because, you know, now you're multifaceted, but it's not a good thing because now you're burning yourself out. And that's, you know, how I said, like, I don't like shooting for myself is because it feels like I start burning myself out. As I said, I'm setting up for 30 minutes and now I'm trying to record the video and all of a sudden my energy is down. Like I
get it.
So, I mean, but it's like, it makes things easier. You know what I'm saying? And it makes you more marketable because now you can both be the musician and you can be the shooter. And everyone needs a shooter.
Yes.
So go ahead, hit up the open mic. That's what I'm doing right now. Hit up the open mic, give them your, you know, make a business card, give them your business card. This is what I shoot. You ain't got to be the best shooter because if they shoot with their iPhone, they see a camera, they're going to be like, all right, he got a camera. You know what I'm
Absolutely,
saying?
hands down.
Like, so it makes you more marketable and you can potentially make more money if you utilize it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Absolutely. And what you said, that's smart. Going out to like these open mics and stuff, there's a ton of artists there.
Yeah.
And they all need content. Like when we do showcases once a quarter, I always invite a videographer to come out and I'll announce at the beginning, hey, we've got Jones Films in the building. If you want your performance recorded, he'll do it for you. Because a lot of them don't even think about that. They don't think about bringing someone else to capture the moment. Yeah. And I tell them, if you don't document it, it didn't happen.
Exactly.
Period. You know, exactly. You understand that.
Yeah.
Are you at all interested in tapping into like the engineering side or production side?
Yeah, so I took a course on like the engineering because I really wanted to like learn like the ins and outs of it. I'm also learning how to play some instruments now. Like, and I want to, because I can do production, but like I want to understand the theory of production. You know what I'm saying? That way my production goes from just like everybody else, because everybody can just press some keys and make something sound good, but not everybody understands why it sounds good.
The actual theory behind it. Yeah,
so that's what I'm trying to learn right now. And like, I really want to produce my own stuff eventually. You know, right now, you know, I got a lot of things I got to worry about, so I'm not too pressed on it. But like, when I can't write, I'm a sit behind the keyboard and I'm just see what I can produce.
Absolutely.
You know so.
Absolutely. And if you get into the engineering side, then you can also work on the post-production side of your own films.
Yeah.
Not, you know, may or may not want to, because that's very time consuming. But at first, you know, rather than outsourcing it, you could do it yourself. Sure. You know, definitely.
One day, we gonna you know, get it right slowly but surely.
Definitely. Are you currently in album mode or in single mode or building up towards an album?
I want to build up toward a project. I'm not gonna call it an album yet, but like it because, you know, we still on the come up right now, so I don't want to call it an album right now. It's just a project.
Understood.
But I would love to, you know, by this time next year have like a 12-track project.
There you go.
And just, you know, put out something, because I already got all my singles for the year. Like, that's no problem. But like, I want to build an album, and I want to utilize my writing ability and like actually tell a story on that album.
Yeah,
you know,
I love it. So it kind of has like a theme per se. Yeah. Makes sense. Like, it's storytelling from track 1 to track 12. They're gonna see your journey or hear your journey. I
think that's something that's lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't have a concept anymore. It's just like, let me just put out this album or put out these songs. It's like, this is a compilation. Like,
you are absolutely right, because I often ask artists that, is there like a theme or a concept? They're like, no, you know, and I mean, that's cool, but I like kind of those theme based, because it could also become like a soundtrack for a movie as well.
Yeah, I'm like, you know, I like to make concepts, you know, that way I know what I'm writing towards. Yeah. I know where I'm going. You know, I'm not making a mixtape anymore. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I like mixtapes, don't get me wrong. And I put out a mixtape every now and then, or an EP every now and then, but like, I like having a topic to like push you all the way through and make you want to listen to the next song. What's going to happen next? You know what I'm saying? And whatever story is being told. So, yeah.
Well, let me ask you this, being that you're artists on the rise and people are still learning about Aunt J music, you know what I'm saying? When they tune in, they hear your music for the first time, right? What do you want them to feel? What do you want them to get from it?
Oh, that's a good question. It really depends on which song it is.
Understood.
So like a song like Cold Water, I want you to be able to relate to that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just, you know, it's about bad situationships. You know what I'm saying? So, but like a song like Kill My Doubt, you should be inspired by Kill My Doubt, because that's, you know, get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you, like, you can do it. So yeah, it depends. It jumps from song to song, but I just want you to be able to feel something. I don't really care what it is that you feel. If you can feel something, because that's how I listen to music. If you don't make me feel it, then I'm not going to listen to it. Yes. It don't matter what it is. Like, I have to feel whatever you're saying, and that's when I know I'm in the right spot, you know.
Let me ask you this: who is one of the artists, or maybe one of the songs that you catch that feeling from when you listen to their music? Pay homage to them.
So J. Cole is my favorite artist, because he, since the beginning, I relate to him. You know what I'm saying? So I relate to him heavy, and since the beginning, he's always given music that makes you feel what he's feeling. There's a song on KOD called Once an Addict. Yeah. And this song, I don't care if I'm in the most happy mood, I will listen to this song through and through, because it makes you feel something. And it's like, you know, it's about his mother and how she went through everything that she went through. I will sing it at the top of my lungs. I'll cry with him the whole time and come out on the other side turned up.
I love that. It really draws you in. Yeah. You felt his emotion through that song.
Like, he has an album, you know, album For Your Eyes Only. People don't really like that album. I love that album, because throughout the entire thing, you can feel what he's saying and the story that he's trying to tell. Another artist is Sir. He signed to TDE. Yep. I love Sir because on every album, you feel what he's saying. The album he just dropped, you can feel it. He's probably my most listened to artist ever, to be honest. Yeah, Andre 3000, K-Dot, a lot of different people I rock with heavy.
Absolutely, most definitely. I think that a lot of artists, especially the younger ones, no shades to you guys, because we love all y'all, but they tend to want more low vibrational music to where there's not a lot of substance to it. They just want to turn up to it and smoke and drink to it, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm on the same page as you. I like to really feel it. If it doesn't grab me, I'm not listening to it.
You know, I think, like, with the music that's coming out now, like, it's interesting. Like, I think it does make you feel something. Like, I think we disregard that it doesn't make you feel anything. It makes you feel turned. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess you're right. And people like that, you know.
People just like to be turned. And I think in where we are today in the world, I think it's almost needed. You know what I'm saying?
Because there's a lot of ugliness out there.
A lot of ugliness. And like, you know, it's always been ugliness in the world, but like now you see it every day. When you scroll on your Instagram, it's like Gaza, Ukraine. Like,
exactly. It's sad.
Yeah, it's so super sad. So like, I don't mind the low vibrational music as much. You know, I'm not a huge fan of it.
Of course.
But like I don't mind nobody that is, because it's like, yo, this world is kind of fucked right now.
No,
like,
that is facts. And I listen. It depends on the setting you're in. Because when I go to the gym, I'm listening to Sexy Red, you know, like, because she got that turn up music. You know, what other times I may not listen to it. When I'm home chilling, I like to listen to some R&B music, something a little more mellow. But yeah, there's a time and a place for everything.
Yeah, I just genuinely think, like, if that's your getaway, man, do your thing.
Do your thing.
It's okay. Like,
nah, that's facts. Absolutely. When you have some free time, me time, what else do you enjoy doing?
I play a lot of Call of Duty.
Okay,
I
a gamer.
Gaming. I watch a lot of anime.
Yeah.
So random TV shows that I find. Like I'm watching Shogun on Disney Plus right now.
Okay.
That's about it for real. And then,
you
like,
chill.
I be chilling, like, or you know, I used to skate a while ago, like skateboard a while ago. I picked up my skateboard again. And I'm like, okay, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like my knees still hurt, but like I pick it up every now and then. I'll ride my longboard around the neighborhood or whatever, like, and just see, you know, however I'm feeling. It changes. I like to travel.
Yeah.
So like I'll be on a weekend trip. I just went up to New York a few weeks ago. Like, you know, whatever. I just like to do whatever makes me happy. So whatever it is, I'll figure it out in the moment.
Absolutely. You know? And that's important. Jay Fresh and I were talking about before you got here. Every now and again, we have to have a little getaway.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you got to have a full-blown 2-week vacation, because I can't afford to take a 2-week vacation. I'm an entrepreneur, you know. But a weekend getaway, a couple days here and there, we all need that, just that woosah, like, woof.
I think people forget to do that. You know what I'm
do.
saying? They be like, oh, I got to take a vacation. Like, oh, but you off on Saturday, Sunday. Or, you know, some people work like the 9-to-5 jobs, where, not 9 to 5, but like the more retail jobs, and they can't have 2 days in a row. Okay, but you got that one day. And, you know, for Richmond, I don't know where people will go around here, but like in Richmond, you can go to Virginia Beach. That's a 2-hour drive. You good. You can go to the mountains. That's another 3-hour drive, and just chill out there for a little bit. Do whatever you got to do to like decompress for a little bit. But I also think like sometimes those trips are almost stressful sometimes.
They do become a little stressful.
They become a little stressful. Like when I was in New York, just finding your way around, and like, you know, in New York, it's very even different from here as well. Like, it's very different from Richmond. There's nobody walking around in Richmond like that. Like, like they do, but they don't. You know what I'm saying? But in New York, it's like everybody walking. And
they walk everywhere.
It's like, wow, okay, there's a lot of people, and I'm in the cut. And there's still a lot of people out here. So it gets stressful, but like, just taking those trips sometimes, because sometimes we just need a second to get away from the crib.
Yes, I agree. Because we get so caught up and complacent at our house sometimes. We need that mental break. It's important, definitely. Other business ventures, you know, are you tapping into maybe developing your own merch, anything like that?
So I got some merch printed. I got some stickers printed. So I've been doing merch for a while, but I find that people don't want to spend the money on the merch. It's like, okay, you don't want to pay $30 for the hoodie. Okay, well, here's a $3 sticker. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to support me. You say you support me. I bet. Here's a sticker. You know what I'm saying? You didn't want to spend that. I know you got 5. So, you know, do that. Or as I said, I started my business.
Yes.
And now I'm starting to shoot for more people. And I'm trying to do like the on the mic stuff in Richmond. And I want to do like some more in the studio type stuff. I can show you that and like send you that, like where it's just you and a light and you're kind of in silhouette kind of thing.
That's dope.
Because people not shooting like that.
Like a spotlight?
Yeah.
I love that.
A spotlight. I had one where it's like I have a blue backdrop and it's just the spotlight's over here kind of shining on this side of my face while I'm shooting on this side.
That's hard.
And like it's real easy to do. You know what I'm saying? If you ask me to shoot that, I bet I got you. It's quick too. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna, you know, one camera, cool. I don't gotta do all the extra angles and stuff like that. Like,
right.
And if you want that, you know, I can do that too. But one camera is enough especially for like an Instagram video.
Absolutely, yeah. The simplicity of it, I think, sometimes depending on what it is what keeps people engaged. There's not too much going on. And with, like you said, with that lighting, you can create dimensional definition, like you said, you're kind of darker on this side and you got the focus is over here, that alone will engage people.
Thanks.
Perception is everything. Perception is everything.
Think people don't want to use their iPhones anymore. So it's like y'all been complaining about the camera, or y'all been on that camera, but like y'all don't want to use your camera no more. But like using my camera, like, or even a smaller camera that I have, like people like, okay, I will buy this from you. So
yes, again, it's perception. Because like some of these iPhones, like there are visuals that are filmed on them, and if they are good, if they get good edits on them, you wouldn't know. But like you said, just the fact if I'm sitting here holding my iPhone and someone next to me got the big boy camera, they're gonna be like, I want to work with him.
That one.
I get it. And honestly, like Jay Fresh will take some photos and stuff. My iPhone photos cannot compare to what he does with his camera. You know what I'm saying? Just slick. For anybody who's maybe interested in getting into like, videography, photography, where would you suggest they start? Going to find an easy camera to use? Like, where do they start?
Man, start with your iPhone.
Okay.
First and foremost, and just learn your iPhone, because there's so many things on the iPhone that people don't know that they can do.
The ISO, and you can switch all that up.
Like you can do just about as much on a camera as you can do on your iPhone. Your iPhone is beautiful, like as long as you clean the lens. Like
forever doing this.
And like even like getting like a microfiber cloth or whatever, or if you wear glasses, you probably have your glasses cleaner. Just throw that joint on that joint and clean it.
Yes.
And I promise you, your videos will look so much better. And then when you're shooting, tap on your screen, pull down, and adjust your exposure. There's so many more things you can do on that iPhone than you think you can do.
Yes.
You can add grid lines. You can shoot raw, or not fully raw, but half raw.
Yeah.
Like start there, then you can get a Lumix G7 or.
Yeah, so it really just depends on what it is that you're actually filming. Because if you're only doing music videos, you might need one certain type of camera. But if you're just doing like behind the scenes stuff, then you could probably get away with something a little bit cheaper, just based upon what it is that you're actually doing.
I genuinely think that you could use a cheap camera and shoot a good music video as long as like what you're shooting is good.
Yes.
Like if you're shooting and it's super flat, there's no camera that can make that look better. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Colors look better, sure, but like. But making a shot look good is about what's on the screen rather than what's in your camera.
100%. Definitely. Tell everybody what single is the main single that you're pushing right now so they can go check that out and stream it.
Yeah, so Cold Water, that's out right now on all platforms. It's about a situationship, and then, about two situationships. The first one's about one, and the second one's about another one, or the second verse is about another one. It just dropped like a month ago. Yeah, check it out.
Make sure they go check it out, definitely. Where can people tap in with you, keep up with you on all your socials?
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube, TikTok, wherever you can find me. I'm there at Ant J Music, all one word, Ant J Music.
Definitely, absolutely. I know you got a lot of people that love you, support you. Who do you want to give thanks to, give a shout out to?
Hey, let me give a shout out to MBM first and foremost. They're here, and they've been pushing me to be better and take the music stuff serious. I'll give a shout out to MBM first. Give a shout out to my mom and my family back home. I give a shout out to my cousin Terrence. He's actually here. He's doing a wrestling match called The Last Match. So yeah, give a shout out to Tabs, who also is in the building. Yeah, and shout out God, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess that shouldn't have been the last one, but you know what I'm saying? But, thank God that I'm here and I was safe to get from Richmond to here. And
yes,
yeah, it's beautiful, man. It's a beautiful life right now.
Definitely. And shout out to yourself. You're so dope.
Yeah, I try out here, you know what I'm saying?
You doing it. My last question, last but not least, we're live. Industry's Most Wanted. Big Industry's Most Wanted, not the little one. We got Richmond in the building. Shout out to Ant J Music. Tell everybody what makes you the industry's most wanted.
Man, I think I'm just dope. Like, cut it there. No,
that's it.
Nah, for real, I make music that I don't think other people make. I make music that tells you a story that's gonna make you feel something. A lot of people make that style of music, but they don't make it like I make it. Truthfully, like they're never gonna make it like I make it. The way I tell stories is because I'm a storyteller.
Yeah.
The way I make music is because I'm a music maker.
Yes.
This is what I do, and this is what I've always done, as I said, since elementary school. I'm a poet. You know what I'm saying? I'm a writer. That's who I am. So that's why the industry wants me. You know what I'm saying?
I love it. That's why you're the most wanted.
Yeah.
Definitely. Thank you for being here.
Of course. Thank you.
Appreciate you. It was a pleasure getting to know you. Boom. We up out of here, y'all.
Yeah.
Mama, I ain't heard from you in a minute. Damn, should've never had to ask for your attention. Should've had you say your intentions from the beginning. Said you needed space, reluctant to give it, but I did it.